What go down, Swirl family? It's your boy Chris, and we back with another video. So this video is gonna be a little bit different from the videos we normally do. We normally do a lot of family stuff, but this time I'm coming at you with some life lessons and tricks and a lot of financial steps you can take at a younger age that me and Jorgia are doing right now to set us up for a better future.
Wanna be with you. If you don't, baby, that's cool. We ain't gotta tell them what we do. We gon' stack that money through the roof. You know that I got it like that. We can spin a check and get it right back. I know you want it, you ain't gotta fight that. If I hurt you, baby, that's my bad.
So life lesson number one, never burn a bridge. So a lot of y'all, when you're in high school or even at a job in your early 20s, you tend to make managers mad, cuss them out, quit, get fired, cuss out your teacher, whatever. And that burns a bridge because you never know what they could do for you later on in your life. For example, my 8th grade teacher and football coach is now my mentor. He lays me up on everything from real estate, life, coaching to put me on with a job, got me ready to go. So he's pretty much set me up to where when I come in as a teacher with my degree at what, about 22, 21, 22, I'm already gonna have 5 years of coaching experience, which already puts me ahead of a lot of people coming in where I am, and it can set me up really. He's gonna lace me up on how to make an extra 15K a year and stuff like that. So never burn a bridge. Life lesson number two, you gotta know what you need and what you don't need. So if you're still in high school, middle school, whatever, you won't see, or you will see, or even in your early 20s, you see a lot of people with their priorities mixed up. Like they have no car, no crib, no nothing, but they still spend $200–300 on alcohol and weed every week, every weekend. And it's like, damn, dog, you spending a car note, or damn, almost rent for the month on some weed and some liquor. Like, you're like, what do I want to say? You're not prioritizing what's important here. So those are my two big life tips for you guys that I've learned so far at a young age. Never burn a bridge, learn to prioritize. And I guess life lesson number three, start saving now. Like, get that money put back. Let's go ahead and get into what me and Jorgia are doing to set up our future and some financial tips. So guys, now what we're going to talk about is some financial tips and tricks. So if you're still in your early 20s or even in high school or middle school, because I know our viewers range from like 14 to like 24-ish. So if you're in the high school or middle school, when you're working your high school job, don't blow your money. Like, I regret that. You're so tempted to go buy Gucci and all them other clothes that you could just blow money on because you really ain't got no bills, no responsibility, no nothing. Don't do it. Start saving, investing, and making bread, and start putting it back into it. There's so many different ways to make your money. Like, you can start putting back for real estate and whatnot. Because let's see, at 16 I made about 14,000. 17 I made 18. 18 I made about 18, 19, and then 19 this past year I brought in almost 22. So that's a lot of money I could have had, but I don't. So I could have invested it in other ways, but I blew it on what I was telling y'all in the life lessons. Stuff I ain't need at all. Alright, so with that being said, if I could go back to 17, 18, when I was making that money like I was when I was still living at home, no bills, no nothing, I'd probably go ahead and invest in stuff like I'm trying to do now. Like, what I'm doing now I would have done earlier and it would have been better. So like, for example, you guys, a lot of people don't know this, a lot of our close friends do. We do own, like, we're homeowners. We do own a trailer. It's not really in the area. It's about an hour drive from where we are in Houston. But the plan was to rent that out. But there's some work need to be put into it. So the plan now is to kind of just sit on it. Once I get my degree, so I can start making my money, we can really start investing more. Is we're just gonna keep it up, check on it, make sure nothing really gets broke, and then we're just gonna gut the entire thing from drywall and all that, and just put about 10-15 grand, fix it up, and it's gonna be like our lake house, because it's like a half a mile from Lake Livingston. So we're gonna have like a little lake house. We go up there and chill every summer with Kason and our other kids that we have. So real estate would be another one that I really suggest, because if you look, just go to like different websites like Zillow. You can look, and after you take like 10 grand, you can find stuff for real. And you could buy a trailer and some land for like 10-15K. And now you're at 17, you own a whole crib. You can rent that out for, especially in the Houston area, I see trailers easily going for $800 a month. So that's something you can really do. Another thing that I'm working on right now is trying to get some extra bread put to the side so I can start this custom t-shirt business. So we're gonna hit y'all with this merch real soon. So y'all can go ahead and order y'all Swirl family stuff, get at us. What all y'all want? Y'all want hoodies, sweatshirts, whatever. But as soon as I get some extra money put to the side for that, we're gonna do that. So another thing I suggest, financial tip, never do payments on a vehicle. Always buy cash. Like I've done it twice, and then I had to do it this time because my truck was about to die on me, but I made sure I didn't buy out of my price range. I only owe like another $1,500 on it. It should be paid off within 6 months. So make sure you always buy cash cars. Like I know a lot of people who want to buy a new car, new whip, all this, and they're paying $20,000-$25,000 for that. And I got 2 cars, and I'm only gonna pay like a total of like maybe $12,000 for 2. And I mean, it's really, in my opinion, I'd rather come home to a nice big ass house, because you just get a thing to get you from A to B. So that's another little financial tip. Also, start investing, because there's so many different things you can invest in, especially with the weed market picking up. Weed stocks are a good investment you can choose. Mutual funds you can't go wrong with, especially getting into the tech like Tesla. Tesla did have a drop recently, but it's always going to go up, especially with the new model Teslas dropping. Apple's always good, Google's good, Microsoft, so forth. Invest, because if you just got it staying in a savings account, like I've been put on game by the coaches I coach with. Like I was just gonna put Kason's college fund in a savings account, but that only gets about a penny a month, and it's been in there for about 7 months now. He's done made about $100. So coach put me on, and then I turned around and made like a $99.85 more than I would have just leaving in a savings account. So always look out there, tip, like just research a lot, because you're not gonna learn any of this in school. That's another thing. Tip number, I don't even know what tip we're on, but we're just gonna keep going. Always start building your credit. As soon as you turn 18, you can apply for a credit card. What I want to say, I went with Capital One. I got approved right off the bat, but sometimes you have to go get a phone. I don't suggest you financing a phone. I suggest you buy cash for a phone. But if you're trying to build your credit, go get the older model iPhone, finance it, and pay it off ASAP, and that should build your credit enough where you can get a credit card. And once you get a credit card, if you're driving, only use it for gas. Don't overspend on it. Only use it for stuff you know you got the cash in your pocket for, so you can pay it right off. Because I'm sitting at like a 750 credit score right now. I just got Jorgia's up. She's in the, I think she might be in the 7s now. If I'm not mistaken, she's in the 7s. She might be in the high 680s, in that range. But credit score is everything. It's lower interest rates when you go to buy a house, just everything. Like there's like credit is everything. You can make $40,000 a year, but if you have great credit, you can live like you make $100. That's another thing though. You can live like you rich, but you gotta learn to budget young. But being on a budget, or just learning how to budget and handle your budget, is a lot better, because you can blow. If you don't know where your money's going, it's easy to blow it. There's a lot of times, especially if you're in your young 20s, if you're still in high school, you might not know yet. It's easy to just swipe the car, and be like, oh, I got like 200 in the bank. You look, you got 20 cents. Like it goes quick. So you gotta learn how to budget and stay on budget for the most part. Okay, so the money is there to be made. It's all about how bad do you want it. And a lot of people say they want it, but you can tell by the actions they choose that they don't. So I say just get out there and start doing something. You can even do a lawnmower business. It's not hard. Just go to Walmart, get a lawnmower, mow lawns, and then at the end of the summer, take that bitch back, get your money back, or get store credit, because then you can buy whatever you need out of there, And then, so you made all that money over the summer, you got your money back, go to a pawn shop, and then buy one of them, because it's gonna be just as good, cheaper, so your profit's steadily going up, and there's more money in your pocket. Me and Georgia are doing this by, one, buying our house, well, the house we own now, the trailer, our summer house. Two, we are working on our credit right now. Hopefully I can get into the 800 mark before I graduate college, because then getting a house will be easy peasy. But if not, having both of us in the high 700s is really great. Pay off all your debt. That way you don't owe money to nobody. All the bread in your pocket is yours. Make sure you're steadily reinvesting in different stuff. Because once you start making money, you can easily put $20,000 down on a $100,000 house. And boom, there you go. You can easily rent that out cheap. And make about, especially in the Houston area, about $1,100 to $100 a month. So you have it paid off within about 10 years, and you own that, and then keep making more money on top of that. There's just so many different things you can do. Start looking, researching. Like me and Georgia, we got our credit going. We got one property almost paid off. We got 2 vehicles, one paid off, one almost paid off. Well, my phone's paid off. Hers is still working on it, but so always pay cash for stuff. You don't want to be in debt. And then I preach going to college because it will set you up, but it's not even going to college. Just learn the trade, learn the weld or whatever, because then you can use that money to invest in the business you want. Like for me, I'm going to school to be a teacher because I want to coach, and then plus that give me a lot of money to invest in the real estate and the other businesses I want to start. But overall, like, there's just money, so get out here and get your money. Like, there's no reason to be broke at all. So get out here, start a business, start investing in stuff, and start learning to buy what you need and learning what you don't really need. Best advice I can give you, go to a community college first. You'll get about a $2,000 check each semester, so twice a year, $4,000 just for going to school, and they pay for your class if you qualify for the full amount for FAFSA. But it's way better than going to the university. I made $8 grand and then went to the university, and now I'm having to take out student loans now. But there's a lot of people who, like, I have friends who went to college for a semester at a university and they're $10,000 to $20,000 in debt already, and I'm on pace to graduate with only about $8,000 to $10,000 in debt when I graduate with my full bachelor's degree. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this video out. Keep going with these life lessons. Use these tips and tricks, and remember, get this paper because it's always out here to get. If you're broke, it's your choice. Deuces.
I wanna ball. Don't got no options, my back on the wall. Don't wanna kick it, I don't fuck with y'all. I stack up the money, I like it real tall. Ain't nobody make a way for me. I got it on my own. I be in and out of different states. I stay